BBC News, 2nd of March 2024, China repatriates hundreds of workers from Myanmar's Chinese fraud factories. Under the protection of the Communist Party, the Chinese scam industry has begun to disdain the Communist Party. Hundreds of workers from Myanmar's infamous fraud centers have departed on flights coordinated by China, which served as evacuation. With the flights, Beijing has gained ground in its ongoing campaign against the centers, which are thought to be home to hundreds of thousands of victims of human trafficking. China has been applying more and more pressure to close the centers on both the military administration of Myanmar and the armed groups that it sponsors. The civil war in Myanmar and crime have both significantly benefited from funds from the centers. But last year, several of the most well-known scam centers were closed as a result of ethnic militants' battlefield wins along Myanmar's border with China. Thousands of people were turned over to the Chinese authorities, many of them were Chinese victims of human trafficking. The demise of the Chinese mafia in a lawless gambling town. This most recent gang was discovered operating farther south in a region under the hands of ethnic Karen rebels, who were fighting both for and against Myanmar's military government, which had seized power in a coup in February 2021. The news agency DW reports that the repatriation flight departed from the Thai border town of Mae Sot and was the first of several flights conveying up to 1,000 people to China. Each flight carried roughly 150 people. According to UN estimates from last year, up to 120,000 individuals may have been trafficked into centers in Myanmar, and an additional 100,000 may have been smuggled into Cambodia. Many victims of human trafficking fall prey to advertisements that promise simple employment and lavish benefits, only to end themselves imprisoned and coerced into working for internet fraud sites. There are risks to the safety of those who disobey. Numerous people have experienced inhumane treatment and torture. The centers have brought in billions of cash for the different armed factions operating along the Thai border and for Chinese underground crime syndicates. However, many centers have closed due to the recent crackdowns. According to Myanmar's Ministry of Public Security, the Chinese government has received roughly 44,000 persons allegedly participating in the scam centers. 3 Chinese warlords who were infamous for forcing thousands of foreign workers to operate schemes under duress and trafficking them to Beijing in January were among the most well-known.